In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a trap out of a piece of tin. I'm going to use a tin can, but harder tins definitely work better. I'm going to use the outer ridge of the can as the jaws of the trap. Here I'm just making an outline for the base of the trap. Here I'm just flattening out the ridges to make it easier to bend later. Measuring the size of hole I'll need. Forming the jaws. This doesn't have to be super precise, but as long as you can make two of them that line up perfectly. I'm just rounding the end of the jaw so that it'll turn smoothly. Make sure they line up. Now here I'm just drilling a pilot hole first, so that the drill bit doesn't keep falling into the existing hole. Just folding over the edges of the trigger plate so that it's stronger and doesn't bend when it gets pushed on. This trigger plate design works well with lighter tins, but can't handle a heavy spring. So here's a picture of a design that will work for heavier springs, but also needs a heavier gauge tin to work with. Just measuring to make sure that the spring eye will be big enough to go over that edge. Here I'm cheating and using a nail. You can also use a folded piece of tin, but a nail runs much smoother. Now here I'm using a C-clamp so that the tin doesn't cut my hand, and if the drill catches it, it can be quite dangerous. Here I'm just folding in the edges and then cutting open the hole to make it slide smoothly. Now you can use a pen spring or pretty much any spring you can find. For narrower springs, running a shaft up the arm can help hold the spring in place and keep it straight. And here it is using an actual pen spring, though I do prefer bigger springs.